This is Jason J. Lewis, the voice of Superman on Justice League Action, and you're listening to the Krypton Report.
Welcome to a very special Krypton Report. This is part of our summer movie series. And what we thought about doing was, since it's Batman's 80th anniversary, we thought, hey, what better way to celebrate Batman's 80th anniversary than just review Batman films as our summer movie series? And along with that, we decided to do films focusing on the Joker, leading up to the upcoming Joker film in October. So to kick off this, we were going to do Batman 66, which is coming. We just kind of got really excited because it's the 30th anniversary of Batman 89. So what I did was called upon the great James Cole, as you all know and love, and Bryan, who you had heard on the Shazam review. And we kind of had a little bit of technical difficulties getting started with our intro, so I'm recording this special intro. But now we're going to start with us chit-chatting and prepping to do our Batman 89 commentary.
Welcome to the Krypton Report. This is Solo. We're talk about Batman versus the Phantasm.
Hi, Solo. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. All right.
And who else is here with us, Solomon? Who else is watching the movie? Me? Mommy.
Hey.
So there's Jania. So that's right. We have 5 for this one. And if you're keeping track, this is our continuation of our summer movie series where we're celebrating Batman's 80th anniversary, 80 years of Batman, and we're doing theatrical films of Batman that feature the Joker as we count down and prepare for the solo film Joker.
So, guys, do you ever watch Batman and Hush?
No, they have not yet, buddy. Bryan has.
Batman and what?
And Hush, because Bryan let us borrow his Hush to watch. Poor James hasn't watched it yet.
It's that digital power, buddy.
It's got Bane. So, what's your favorite superhero?
Superman.
Superman.
Hey.
What's your Solomon?
James, what's your favorite superhero?
Superman.
You both like Superman?
Just like that?
I really do like Spider-Man as well. I really like Spider-Man. And Batman.
Like him too.
Green Lantern.
What about you, Jania?
Oh, that's hard. Batman and Wonder Woman.
Heck yeah.
What do you like?
All right, hold on.
Good answers. Good answers.
Look, but we're going to talk about Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Now, first thing. This came out in 1992. Solomon, you weren't born yet when this came out.
Actually,
No,
December 1993.
You're right. It was 93. My mistake.
Christmas 93.
Christmas, and that's what's weird. I don't remember it coming out at Christmas. I don't know why, but I just did not feel like it was Christmas when it came out.
I'll tell you right now why you don't remember, because it has such a limited release that came out of nowhere. That's why it didn't do well at the box office.
We're getting there. Bryan,
I'm sorry.
Jumping ahead.
I'm sorry.
Got
So, 93. Solomon, you weren't born yet. You still had a ways to go. Okay?
What if he's a time traveler?
Not yet, he's not.
what
Oh, wait, you guys were there during his birth. Never mind.
Let's see. 93. You know how old Daddy was?
2?
No.
3?
Mm-mm. So
7?
How old were you, Daddy?
I was 8. 8.
What?
I was 2.
And Mommy was 2.
And Mom.
I was 6.
I was 8.
See, so look, we were all little boys, and Mommy was a little girl when this came out. Mm-hmm. Now, did anybody see this in theaters?
I did.
Not that I can recall.
I don't.
I did, and because my dad actually, okay, so Batman, the animated series, the original run, was actually a cartoon that my dad would sit and watch with my brother and I. One of the few that he would watch with us.
Oh, memories.
enjoyed. So when this movie came out, I wanted to go see it, and my brother wanted to go see Beethoven. And I talked my brother out of it, and my dad took all of us to see Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And
He made a wise choice.
And I remember walking out of the theater and my dad just being really happy, and really enjoying it and saying how much he liked it. So,
Guys,
I feel like I was one of the few families that got to contribute to this movie's box office.
guys,
If I had a job, I probably would have set the movie over $1 billion.
James,
I don't know. I honestly can't recall. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I asked my mom to take me, but I just can't recall.
But this came out, during the animated series run. There's a lot of background stuff you can find about it. It was originally supposed to be a VHS release, but then they pumped it up to be a theatrical release really quickly. And what's funny is now it's regarded as the best Batman film ever.
Heck yeah, man.
So Solomon, are you ready to watch Batman Mask of the Phantasm? Okay. So, just like we did last time, James, how are you watching this?
On DVD.
Bryan, how are you watching this?
Digital video disc.
He had to get his digital plug in there
Oh
somewhere.
my goodness.
And
Boom.
we are in the cave of solitude here, watching it on DVD as well. They did release a Blu-ray of this. Warner's Archive did, and I thought about buying it, but at the time we didn't have a lot of the extra money. But there was no bonus features or anything attached to it. It was just the movie on Blu-ray. So I had to pass at the time. And eventually, if they do a special edition release with some bonus features, and I would gladly
can you watch
buy it.
No.
I think that they should bundle this movie with the animated series. They really should have done that.
Or
Just my opinion.
or if not with the animated
Or
series,
Sub-Zero or something.
yeah, they should do a Blu-ray release of this and Sub-Zero, since they're both in the same continuity and they're both the films. That would be, in my opinion, that would be a smart play. So you get a double Blu-ray feature or something, or get Mask of the Phantasm on Blu-ray and Sub-Zero on DVD.
I have all of them on DVD.
Yeah, I do too. So all right, guys.
Even Mystery of the Batwoman.
Yep,
I never saw that one. I never saw that one.
It's actually pretty cool because it kind of plays on if you know your Batwoman kind of history up to that point. They kind of play on the different ideas of the character, so it's nice. So all right, guys, get everything ready. Ooh. And
Okay, I see the Warner Brothers Family Entertainment logo, and I'm maybe 4 seconds in.
I'm at 0. My screen's black.
all right.
Okay.
I'm at the first 2 notes of the Warner's Family Entertainment song. Because I was trying to just get a picture to pop up. And
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
I'm kind of...
Solomon is pumped.
He is pumped. He's so excited.
He's ready to watch this.
He should be because
We're all gonna watch it at the
he
same
has such a
time.
great life.
See,
All right, I'm at 3 seconds. The Family Entertainment logo just popped up. I just kind of inched it forward.
all
All right, so you're where I'm at.
We're pulling not a lethal weapon. Remember, I'm gonna say we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, then we press start. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
1,
Ready.
2,
2,
3, start.
starting.
All right.
A Time Warner Entertainment Company. Bugs Bunny, what's up, man?
Bugs Bunny.
That's who Bugs is, Solomon.
Okay, my screen went dark,
Easter
and
bunny.
now I'm seeing Gotham City in its perfection.
Now, little known fact, if you think about the Gotham City is computer generated here.
Yes, it is.
Hey, someone's singing in Latin.
Well,
Because
you know
I'm the
what it
deaf guy,
is?
I'm reading subtitles.
They're not singing Latin. They're singing the production people's names backwards.
Oh, I thought I was the guy for useless knowledge. That's my job.
Interesting.
I can't tell you who's who, but I just remember I've listened to Paul Dini and stuff talk about it. So,
Based on DC Comics characters.
are you guys watching in full screen or widescreen?
I think this is rocking in. I don't know. I'm seeing it in darkness because that's what I do.
Mine's full screen.
I think mine's full screen. Yeah.
Mine is too, which makes me kind of wonder more because I remember the Blu-ray being in widescreen. So I remember hearing them talk about it being in widescreen. So I kind of
Hold on. Let me turn on a light. I'm gonna get a real answer because it's just like all black in here. Yeah, this is rocking in full screen, guys.
Okay. So we're all watching the same format, which is nice.
That's cool.
But
Directed by Eric Rida Bruce Tim. I know that guy.
look at that. See, that's such a great shot of just the opening of Gotham City.
Yes. You guys seen Casino Parking?
Yes.
It's been a long time coming, fellas.
Shady lady.
Okay. Yeah, we're right where we need to be. Okay. I love how it opens up just on a bunch of gangsters and you see Batman's shadow on the roof. Fantastic. You know what's coming.
We all do.
Watch. Boom.
Batman's here.
Boom!
Yeah.
Love that entrance. That guy knows how to make an entrance. I don't care.
I just want to be the guy whose first response is get him. I'm gonna run to punch Batman.
That guys.
It's get him and wait for the first guy to go after him and then run.
Well, I learned from Magneto that the pawns go first.
Yes, they do.
I learned that from my grandpa.
I love this. Foot
Your grandpa's Magneto?
on the tip.
Oh, my grandpa's the one who taught me how to play chess.
My mom taught me, and Solomon is learning. Right now, we're just learning basically the characters and how they move.
Chucky's soul.
And can we?
Your angel of death awaits.
So we have the Phantasm here, which is just awesome.
Well,
So
totally awesome. You eat the bat?
Phantasm?
That's the Phantasm. Have any of you ever read Batman Year 2?
No, but
No.
I do know that this is based on the character of the Reaper loosely in Year 2.
Yeah, I actually never heard of it until I actually ended up reading, I think, on DC Universe, maybe. I read it this past year.
Okay.
Within the past year, I read it just because I heard people talk about the Reaper, and I was like, okay, I'm going to check this out. But I like the Phantasm better.
Totally. Look at that blade. That is a sharp blade. Like, you could, like, cut cans with it, you know?
I'm
cut
glad
tomato.
that they made Mask of the Phantasm canon by bringing the Phantasm back in Epilogue
Yes.
in the Justice League.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Such a fantastic episode.
Oh, that is one of my favorite scenes just because I got so excited when...
I didn't know that.
All right, Brian, when we're done, go get on DC Universe, go to Justice League. Is it Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Unlimited
It's
season
unlimited. Yeah.
Like, guys, I'm gonna probably have to wear a diaper because I'll crap myself.
I got plenty, bro.
However you got to take care of yourself there, Brian.
Hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in this world.
I love the cape, just the way they draw the cape as he runs.
You know, The Dark Knight is such a wonderful movie, but we'll talk about that another day. But for me, Batman the Animated Series is the best version of Batman.
Yes.
I like the Phantasm.
Oh, I mean, debatably, you know, The Dark Knight is one of the best made movies with Batman, but it's not the best Batman movie.
Right.
It's true.
So,
Like, if somebody came to me and was like, Tyler, I've never heard of this Batman. What should I intro this character with? One thing, I would probably give him this film. This would,
As you should.
because I feel like it hits the origin and hits everything that you need to start off with.
Hmm.
I mean,
And you got the very best version of Alfred ever.
yes. You have the best Batman voice. I mean, all the characters' voice. Oh, and then you have her voice, which is difficult to discern later on, but
Touche. Yes.
it's great. I'll take it in this.
You know,
so, yeah, she becomes Lois Lane in the animated version, in Superman the Animated Series.
Yes, she does.
I think it's also pretty cool how Andrea, as we'll see in just a few moments, has been gone for 10 years, and Bruce was gone for such a long time trying to be Batman, and how that mirrors. And that's all I'm going to say.
No, I agree with you. Okay. I love this scene. What about the I word?
Because it's Bruce. It's Bruce Wayne there. That's Bruce Wayne.
Engagement.
I love it. And I love, if you look at this, like, it's Bruce Wayne, Playboy. Look, redhead, blonde. He's got a variety of women.
It's like a dang buffet table right there.
African American and Asian. Like, Bruce just...
Got a little diversity there.
Yeah.
Where's the Indian chick?
And Councilman. It is interesting, though, we get characters in this that do not appear anywhere else in the animated series.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, I will say. But see how Bruce lights up a little bit. Like, I like how they drew Bruce in that little scene there. He hears Andrew's name. He smiles a little bit, but then like he has to keep his composure and say, "You know what? Stick it." And now he's alone. He's remembering her. Oh, it just tugs at your heart.
Well, I mean, I love the imagery of, like, that's the house for show, and then here's the house that he lives in as he's staring at the painting of his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I love just the use of flashbacks in this film. Like, we got the cool little, sequence just to show us that it's in the flashback. The two roses, young Bruce Wayne.
Now, guys, is it in Batman Year One comic where, as he talks about Wayne Manor, he just keeps saying, "My father's house"? Like, he doesn't fully accept it as his house yet.
I'm like 90% sure it is.
Okay.
I was going to say that's about what I am. Unfortunately, I feel like because I haven't been able to locate it, that my Batman Year One and my Long Halloween got misplaced in my move, and I haven't been able to locate it in 2.5 years, and I'm upset.
No.
So I have to get those books again.
All right, we're gonna have to ship them to you. It's your birthday.
I have them digital. I haven't read your.
Wait, did someone say digital?
Yes, Brian.
Is it Ryan's birthday?
No, James's birthday is this week.
Yep, it was yesterday.
Remember, you told him happy birthday yesterday.
Oh.
But
Cool.
what I was going to say is I haven't read Year One in a while just because I feel like the movie does such a good job, and then we've had that same storyline played out now in almost every, we saw parts of it in every Batman iteration.
Especially Batman Begins.
I think if they would have done the movie of Batman Year One just a few years later, after they started stretching to the R ratings, that they would have actually done it better. because they watered down some stuff just to keep it away from the R rating.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It was still early. I mean, I was just thinking about this when I went to pull this DVD off my shelf because it's right below all my others. It's been what?
Hey, is that Mad Hatter's place?
We've had 11 years with these DC direct-to-video films.
Mm-hmm.
Now here we go. Here's a scene that's pretty much straight out of Year One. Him fighting crime with a ski mask.
Anybody notice that he lands on this big top hat clothing? Like,
yes.
you know, little Mad Hatter thing? Never mind.
Well, fortunately, we know that Mad Hatter in the animated series doesn't show up until after he's Batman.
So much later, yes.
And the Batman Year One film came out in 2011, so it's been 8 years since that came out.
Wow. I was thinking 10, but yeah, I guess 11, that works.
Well, they started in 2007, so we've been getting them for nearly 12 years now.
Was it 2007? I was thinking it was 2008, but maybe you're right. It was 7. Yeah, because it was like the build-up. Because I remember I remember being excited. Yeah, you're right. 8, because I was thinking of Gotham Knights. Came out in 2008. But the first one was Superman Doomsday.
In 2007, yeah.
I own Gotham Knights, but I'll tell you, I think I've watched it once. I bought it in like a combo bundle. And
no desire to watch it again.
I tried to watch it once with my lovely wife, Jania, and I think we got the first segment. I'm just not an anime person.
Nope.
No, they
not either.
We tried to watch Batman Ninja.
Hey, is that Bullock?
And yeah.
Never mind.
Yes, it is. Officer Bullock at the time.
Which is what he should have been in Gotham. Just saying.
Touche. I know.
That was one thing that made me mad in Gotham was Bullock should have been you should have had a character, like a new character, that should have been the old detective that was like basically the Bullock character, and then you should have had a young rookie cop who was Bullock, coming up, and it should have been part of his journey of coming up from like beat cop to making detective by the end of the series. But
I concur. And his character in Gotham was more Flask anyway.
Yep. In a lot of ways, it is.
So I want to point out how overconfident he is in this. A little bit earlier, before this guy gets in this truck, Bruce beats up all these guys he sees, and he's like, "Yes, I did it." And then a guy comes out with a shotgun, and he was not prepared for that. So you see how this whole entire heroic night is just a complete mess.
And he doesn't have his grapple gun, which, if there's one thing that Batman needs from the animated series, is his grappler. Because I feel like that's all he ever used.
He relies on that heavily.
Well, if you had a grapple gun, wouldn't you rely on it too?
Like, how's he climbing this building without anything?
Because he's Batman.
Not yet.
Rock climbing experience. Lots of it.
Yep, boom. Junior knows.
He's rich.
Yeah.
He's probably done all sorts of things like that.
And he's had years of training his body to be peak physical condition.
You know what would have been great if Alfred would have been like, sweep the leg.
Trip over some loose cash. I love the way she talks to him. Just such comfort and confidence.
Mm-hmm. And I like how she pursues him. Like, and the Bruce Wayne bachelor thing, he just kind of pursues some women sometimes, but she comes after him. Like, oh, you talk to your dead parents too? Yeah, let's be a couple.
I would like if they threw her into live action.
Sweep the leg! He swept the leg! Did you see that?
Yes, okay. Johnny. I saw it.
Sorry.
I would like to see her in live action. It would be pretty cool. Because we talked about
I agree.
before, every Batman film has to have a different love interest because, Batman doesn't have any constant love interest. The closest.
Whoa. Was that a little too hot for Solo there? A little too adult there?
No. He doesn't pay attention all the time. If Batman's on the screen, he don't care. So that was just Bruce Wayne. He ain't paying attention. He's got too much cool stuff to look at here in the cave.
And we're back to the present day.
Here we go. One thing I've always loved about the animated series Gotham is that it's just this city that's just totally out of time. Like, you have no idea what time period it is. You got cars from like the 1930s. You got blimps in the sky. Why are they in the sky? We have no idea. They haven't served no purpose. Tommy guns.
I think that's the we were talking about when we watched Batman '89 was the look.
Yeah.
The look of that Gotham, and then I think the best Gotham is somewhere in between Batman '89 and Batman Begins.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of Gotham feeling timeless, where, you could have characters where each character almost represents a different time period, but it's,
I mean, honestly, as like a city, like the show probably had one of the best because it felt like the city felt like a character,
Yes.
It had all the gargoyles, and it had the water towers on the buildings, and the city felt out of time. The cars looked a little bit older, but then they
the blimps. Don't forget the
cell
blimps.
phones and.
I think nowadays, like, the trick is if you want to make it feel old, you give everyone a cell phone, but they're flip phones.
Right.
Like,
yes.
Nobody gets smartphones, and we just accept it. It's like everyone has a rotary phone and a flip phone. Like
they still have landlines.
So the Phantasm has the ability to phase through objects?
It's like the cheat. Like, they got cell phones, just nobody's using, 4G.
Right. There's no data. It's just a phone.
It's
maybe.
It's the
I wonder if Batman.
The disbelief.
I wonder if Batman has Spectrum Mobile.
Probably not. He doesn't, because Batman's owned by AT&T. I told you, Bryan.
Boom.
AT&T's Warner Brothers' biggest enemy right now.
I know. I was just making a stupid joke.
I always
Moving
love
on.
these
Moving on.
lines by the Phantasm of just like, your angel of death awaits.
So
I wish he would have said, Buzz, what's his, what are we on? Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz Bronski.
Buzz, your girlfriend, Wolf. I wish he would have said, you failed this city.
The Phantasm isn't Macaulay Culkin.
How do you know?
Well, I've seen this movie, so.
Solo already spoiled Hush. Maybe there's listeners that haven't seen this movie.
I like how they're like, it's the bat. It's the stinking bat. And they're mad. Like, he killed him. I'm like, you guys are criminals. Batman fights you anyways.
Oh, look at those liver spots. That's look at that.
Look at that.
That's how you know that guy's old.
Buzz. And then the Batman.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Wolf.
Where's my oxygen?
Right next to your pack of cigarettes, you idiot. Now, is this guy... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This guy was voiced by Abe Vigoda, right?
Yeah.
The Valeska guy. Hey, so the last name of that old man in this movie is Valeska, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think that they, like, it was something like in the Gotham show, to take that old man name and use him for the Joker's daddy?
I would say it's definitely like an homage, and just kind of like a kind of one of those things. If you pick it up, sweet for you, because it's such an interesting name. It wouldn't be something that would just lightfully show up.
It is a cool name. And can we also point out how the fact that in the night sky, the bat signal in this is yellow and black?
Yeah, because Gotham's lighting is so horrible in the sky. It's red all the time, Brian. Like,
yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. I would think, it would be white, but, moving on.
I like this. I like the symmetry of Batman standing at their grave. How he perfectly,
absolutely
lit up the middle. His shadow did, and he's standing in front of the grave. And I like how in 3 seconds, Andrea here puts together that Batman's Bruce Wayne just because of the grave he was at.
Yeah, it's not like he's investigating a murder. Nothing. It's just you. Oh wait, he was in front of the Wayne grave. Oh, okay. It's no wonder she plays Lois Lane in the future. I mean, this girl is a rock star.
It is interesting because this is one of the few times that I think about now that the Wayne's grave is in a cemetery.
Yeah, it's usually on the grounds.
From a feminine perspective, I don't think it's too far out that she would recognize that it was him. To be honest. Because, I mean, you know the jawline of your man. You just do. After you look at him for so long.
He's naked.
Yeah, like,
just saying.
You ever try to show up on your woman and surprise her wearing a Batman costume or something else, and she's like,
naked.
Tyler, take it off. Like, no, I'm Batman. No, you're Tyler. Stop being stupid. I get that a lot.
I bet you do.
I mean, that's what helps when, like, the hero doesn't interact with people that know him and his other persona. I love that shot. The animation.
That is a great. That is a fantastic shot.
It's very Fleischer animation painting looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And here we have the awesome World of Tomorrow part.
If this is supposed to be the world of tomorrow, the dream of the future.
Hey, is that a callback to Gotham by Gaslight? Didn't they have the Gotham World Fair and Gotham by Gaslight?
Yeah.
They do.
I don't know.
Yes, they do.
I've never seen it.
Speak up, Jania.
You're right.
You're a wise woman over there.
Sometimes.
Come on, Junior. Gosh. Oh.
I do want to say, Jania and I are both wearing our Batman pajama pants.
Woohoo.
Solomon.
Awesome.
He's too cool for us. He's still wearing his jeans. He's like a little, he's 4, but he's going on like 16. So he's just going to pass out his clothes.
So, Junia, being the woman here, would you find that ride of the future romantic?
I was just thinking that, actually. It's hilarious. Not at all.
Exactly.
I would probably kill Tyler if that was our date night. I'd be like, really, this is what you're spending our money and time on? This.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, look, there's a robotic woman in the kitchen chopping up vegetables. Oh, wow. That's my future.
Right. Woohoo.
I like the red car that inspires like him for the Batmobile. But we all know how he gets the Batmobile. That was in the animated series.
I forgot how he got the Batmobile in the animated series.
A mechanic gets fired from his job for finding out that there's faulty from the company. And Batman ends up saving him, and he has a busted old, like, regular car. And he basically sets the mechanic up in his own special shop, and he becomes the personal mechanic for Batman in the Batmobile.
Was that?
See, he had a car phone. Can't be way too out of time. He had a car phone, a rotary car phone.
So was that mechanic Harold? Or something totally different, like not like the comic.
I don't know. No, it was
I don't recall a name.
It's
okay.
Me and Solomon we watched it not too long ago. It's an African American man and his daughter that are doing.
Okay.
It's not Lucius.
Okay.
No, Lucius is a businessman in the animated series.
The episode features Penguin as the main villain, and Robin's in it as well.
Okay, I will find it. I have been watching the animated series here and there on my lunch break, so I need to finish it, obviously. Oh, who's this guy? You know, Bruce sitting there, he kind of looks like doesn't Dick Grayson in this show, doesn't he wear like a red sweater with a white shirt?
Yeah, the animation of a young Bruce is very much.
Yeah.
And look, here's our first hint at just a thug gang member, young, driving the car.
Got a very distinct nose.
Yes, yeah.
And jawline.
Yeah.
I always liked this part because I always liked the motorcycles, the way they were drawn. Like just with the way the back tire is. I don't even care if they weren't real, like I just liked them. See, look at his sense of justice right there.
She said, "Don't do it."
Are you using this one?
How come men never listen to women? Like seriously.
I ask him all the time.
Whoa, he just threw the goo off the bridge. Holy crap.
The chain, just the random chain.
Is that Ghost Rider?
And the baseball bat. But I do like the way that it's animated, like just what they choose to animate to show the intensity. And I mean, the animation is so, I love this. Just punches the dude in the face. Jumps up on the motorcycle.
Steps on the motorcycle, though. Seriously.
I've seen Tyler do
that. Some hella reactions right there.
But it's crucial if you think about it, because as soon as he looked at her, he got hurt because it just shows like she's a distraction. You know, she's
women are distractions
from the mission. He's supposed to be focused, and as long as he's focused, he can do what he needs to do. But as soon as he, focused on her, he lost it.
He'd have a few broken ribs than breaking that bat over his chest like that.
No, not Bruce. Oh.
Here he is kind of drawing, scratching it out and tearing it, tossing the fire.
See,
I like this. I like.
What am I doing this for?
Him talking to himself with the "What am I doing this for?" Like really.
But he's not really talking to himself. He's talking to his parents.
And Alfred's here. I love Alfred. I like the fact that you have to take into consideration that Bruce is a mentally broken person. Like, he does make mistakes with his personal relationships and things because he is an obsessed child. You know, and that's why I think because that Bruce is a broken person, that's why the story of Dick Grayson is so important to Bruce Wayne. Because Dick Grayson was supposed to be his way of trying to heal not only himself, but protect a child from how dark and where he went. Someone who experienced that basically, in a way, was him losing his promise. His promise was that what happened to him would not happen again, and right there in front of him it happened, and he didn't stop it. And it's a means for Bruce to heal, and it shows also that you can go through the same trauma, and it doesn't mean that you will turn out the exact same way. Because Dick Grayson is not a broken person. He's not an obsessed person.
I definitely want to talk about Robin in a second, but I feel this scene is probably the most important scene in the whole movie. He's like, I can give money to the city, I can hire more cops. Like, I don't really want to do this. Like, it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, I mean,
he just wants to be with her so bad, but he knows how much of a distraction she is. He knows that if he stays with Andrea, that he's not going to be able to avenge his parents, and he feels like if he stays with her, he's going to fail his parents. And that character development, that torn, like, I just love those stories.
I feel like I was gonna say Batman doesn't avenge his parents as much as he honors and tries to, basically it's his way of dealing with it. Avenging them, I feel like he did but it's like a constant thing that he can't escape. Like he can never be satisfied. It is a little chilly in here. We are in the cave, Solomon. We are in the Bat Cave. Okay, so there you go. There you go with the Superman blanket.
Maybe Mr. Freeze is around.
Might as well.
Now you were saying about Robin and how Dick was kind of like his way of redemption, if you will. Like, I don't want this kid to grow up like I did. As I was reading the Hush comic the other day, I love how parts of the story in the comic just focus on different people in his life. And when he gets to talking about Dick and how Dick saw being Robin as a little bit of fun and just having it having it be this fun thing to kind of escape what happened to him. And then Jason saw it as a game. But when he starts talking about Tim, he's like, Tim wanted to be Robin. Tim chose to be Robin. He felt that Batman always needed a Robin to be that yin to his yang or yang to his yin or whatever. And I always thought that was, when reading Hush again, I felt that was just such an important way that Jeff Loeb writes that. That's why I love Jeff Loeb, how he does those inner monologues. I just love it.
Can I say that this film actually shows Batman being a detective? Like right there, it shows more than any of the other live-action movies have really done.
Yeah, this movie, he's collecting evidence. He's compiling data, and we just saw the part where he says, "You think you know me so well," and Alfred says, "I diapered your bottom. I bloody well oughta." So we know this Alfred's been around, been in his life his entire life before he could even remember.
And I just want to say, he's talking about, he said, "Oh, they are all part of dummy corporations." For the longest time, I thought Dummies Corporations was the name of the corporation. Because he says it so much in the animated series, like, dummy corporations. I was like, oh, wow, all these guys are connected to this one company. Then I learned later what it actually was supposed to be.
Right.
Oh, Bruce, he proposes to her. He's changing the plan, and nothing like having your parent basically say, screw you to your child as bats fly up. I almost You know what? I almost prefer this story over the Year One story. Because I feel like this is a way of showing Batman having to decide to be committed to being Batman.
Right. I mean, yeah, in that one, I mean, he was committed to what he was doing, but there was no choice, no distraction. In this, there's a distraction. He decides to be happy, but events force him. He's like, well, I'm not going to be happy, so this is my choice. This is my one path.
Guy smoking.
Would see that in a cartoon these days.
Yeah, wouldn't see that on a show about the 80s where everybody's smoking, everybody wants to be mad, but that's a whole other conversation. Yeah,
That's ridiculous. You've seen that meme, right? About all the other content that the Netflix shows has, but no, smoking is too far.
Oh, Bruce.
Here we go. Oh, man. It's a blue box. He went to Tiffany's.
He's a millionaire. I mean, if he didn't go to Tiffany's, there'd be a problem.
No, never mind. It's the wrong color blue. Never mind. Moving on.
I feel like if it was money, like, it was money that her dad owed people. Like,
yeah,
she's getting ready to marry Bruce Wayne. But then it just comes down to extortion. They're just always going to want more. This scene, this is how Gotham should have ended. Recreating this scene should have been how Gotham the series ended, right here.
Yeah.
The way he's in the shadows.
Complete shadow.
It's just him and Alfred in the cave.
Oh, the cow. And him just staring at the cow.
It definitely would have been more effective if that suit would have stayed all in shadow and it just would have, yeah.
And then it scares Alfred. My God. He walks past him. End scene. Done.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you needed.
That would have been a better closing to Gotham for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Batman.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to take this whole entire frame. No big deal.
It fits in the utility belt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With a shark repellent bat spray.
So here we are at the World's Fair, back at the Gotham Fair. And we have Old Man Sal.
Man, oxygenators have come a long way, haven't they?
Yes. Hope is not tainted.
Well, this guy hasn't got much longer to live anyways, so.
Jania, I meant to ask you this earlier. Do you remember the first time you saw this?
Oh my gosh, I know that Taria and I watched it when we were kids. I don't remember the exact time.
So it was just kind of one of those things that was a part of your childhood, just there.
Absolutely. Taria and I watched Batman in the animated series when we were kids, and it was like a religious thing for us.
Welcome, Paisan.
Look how he's sweating. Like the fear he has of being around the Joker. And I guess I'm okay with like the Joker and Batman kind of origin-esqueness being tied together in this way. I love that. He's just like a plank. Where it's like they crossed paths, but they weren't directly responsible for each other.
Oh, that voice and that laugh. The perfect Joker.
Probably creepy how much I love the Joker.
That's why I wanted you here, baby. You love the Joker.
I remember having this movie on VHS in one of those clamshell VHS cases.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I had that one, yes. He kicked the doggy. Can't be too careful with all those weirdos around. Oh.
Hey, hon.
There.
Don't forget.
See, Genia? See how it's not crucial?
This movie picks up a lot as soon as the Joker's introduced.
Yes.
Absolutely. It was definitely going slow.
Because it's like it's more like mystery of the Phantasm, because Batman and the Phantasm aren't interacting with each other, but things are going on and he's trying to investigate. We needed someone else to kind of tip it. And who else but the Joker?
They give a good misdirection with the Phantasm, with it being the voice of Andrea's father voicing the Phantasm.
What do I look like? Pest control? Joker has never cared about the money.
I just love
You can see the fire in his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Touch me, man.
I don't know where you've been.
If I were a psycho, I'd probably be the Joker. No doubt. Aw, nice smiling. There you go.
Nice.
Big smile.
And that's when we all know Sal's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have to see it. We just knew. And then creepy, overhandsy guy.
I don't think that he really means to talk. Whoa. Whoa.
That was just to make Bruce jealous.
Oh, heck.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't even startled. That's what I love.
She knows exactly who this dude is. One thing I've always loved about this Batman too is how when he stands still, the cape is just completely wraps around him.
I agree. That's one thing I hate that we didn't get with Zack Snyder's Batman, just because he liked to use CG for capes, like with the way they did the Superman cape to make all the iconic poses. I had hoped that we might get some sort of like Batman stance or something where they would use a CG cape
Ooh, what a line.
to get that look. Yes, that is a line.
Well, who knows? I mean, it may have been in the Justice League somewhere, or we might have gotten it in Justice League Part 2 or Justice League 2. Who knows?
Hashtag release the Snyder Cut.
Yes, sir.
We will fight.
Hashtag.
We will fight. We will fall till the angels sing our song. Release the That's a Hollywood Undead quote.
Really? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then here we have the Phantasm. Junior, you should just dress as the Phantasm for Halloween this year.
Really?
We should just go as Batman character.
Oh my gosh, that would be perfect. If you do that, yeah, you will be my hero forever. Whoa, that scared me. Okay, when I saw that as a kid, that scared the bejeebus out of me. Bejeebus. That right there terrified me.
Absolutely.
We're down to 4 of us. The little man, he fell asleep here on the couch.
Aw.
He was tired. I love the shot of just the Phantasm jumping out. And I like how the Phantasm in a lot of ways is like, the darker Batman. I want to jump rooftops with smoke coming out.
Who doesn't?
Well, if you eat the right kind of Mexican, I'm sure you can do it.
I think that's some bad Mexican.
We eat a lot of beans.
Or really, really good Mexican.
Whoa. How the heck did the Phantasm get super speed all of a sudden? Really moving.
This is not your fight. You try to sweep the leg. Catch it?
It's all about sweeping that leg, kids.
I like how the cops are coming and they show up just in time that the Phantasm is gone.
Didn't you see 2 figures on that roof as you were away? No? Okay.
This is probably the first time we actually get to see the cops in pursuit of a Batman character. We know that they're after him a little bit in Batman Returns, but there's no pursuit.
They chase him one time and he gets away. This at least feels like they're actually trying. There's Bullock, always ready to get Batman. So I guess, okay, if we were going to look at this as timeline-wise with the animated series, where would you place this? Like after season 1, but I don't know if it works or would this be a good way of kicking off the animated series? Like, because the anime series doesn't really start with like an origin pilot, just has the first episode, which is on leather wings, you know?
Yeah, it kind of just jumps in, and then even when we get Robin, he's been Robin for years now. So
Yeah, it's all told to us through flashbacks and stuff. So, I mean, would this be a good place to, before like watch this, then start the animated series?
No, I would. I mean, I would put it after, like, just after watching that first season. I think the first season had like 65 episodes, and like the second season, I think only had like 20.
No, flip that. If I remember right. The first season, I think, only had like 20 some. The second one, but the problem is they released them on video different than what they aired.
Right. Then that's always been an issue for me. I'm a chronological thinker, but the only thing I can tell you is that you'd watch Sub-Zero after that episode Batgirl Returns.
Okay.
Definitely.
So the air release of the first season was May of '93 with Fire from Olympus, and then season 2 starts with Shadow of the Bat, which is the Batgirl arc. Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those. The 4th season of Batman the Animated Series originally was 5 episodes. Season 3 was 10 episodes. Season 2 is 10, and Season 1 is 60 by the IMDb. Which then they broke it into 3 different volumes when they released it on home video, which that's what I'm accustomed to watching it in.
yeah.
But then, okay, so we missed Andrea found Bruce at his mask and cow. He got in the car. She drove him off. Saved him. So, right there.
Yeah, as in a similar effect to Batman Year One, Pursuit of Batman, he actually got injured during this.
Now we're getting a flashback told by her. So this is interesting because it's a flashback, but it's the first one we see that's not Bruce's flashback. This is her flashback, but she's actually narrating it to Bruce. Right there, I mean, okay, so it's about money. Hey, Daddy, guess who I'm going to marry? Bruce Wayne. The boy billionaire. You know, that might help. Just saying, you know.
What it really comes down to is she didn't really want Bruce. A girl like her.
Well, I mean, like he says, I mean, basically, no matter, I mean, even with Bruce, you know, he promised the money in 24 hours, and there's probably no way to come up with all that money in 24 hours.
It's Bruce Wayne. He just walks to the ATM and puts in his 4-digit PIN. Beep, beep, beep.
No. His money's in the bat safe, man.
I like that they never discuss the amount. Because I feel like sometimes when you put amounts on things, it really, like, dates it. Like, I need $100,000. You know, like, oh, that Bruce probably has that in loose pocket change at the house. Like,
right.
But see, I mean, like he said, their interest, just the whole idea that they'll always want more. Like, yeah, we get that, and it just kind of. I mean, even here she's saying her dad's the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Oh, he's giving her the sexy eyes. Look, he's got the hand on.
Well,
there he goes.
Is this an anime? I swear I just saw a single tear go down her eye.
And Alfred walks in again while they're kissing.
Yep, turns around. Like, don't you ever knock, Alfred? Probably walked in on a number of things.
Do you think they played Scrabble after that, or?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Sexy Scrabble.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how that works, but sure.
I'm going to figure that out.
Right? It's just like dirty talk with Scrabble tiles.
Okay, she is only wearing a shirt. She is only wearing a shirt.
His shirt.
I always thought it'd be funny if they ever just, they always say that's like the sexy thing, like husband and wife splitting PJs, like that or whatever. I would do it the other way. He's only wearing the shirt. She's just got the pants. Nobody
works for me.
That. I cracked myself up. I'm getting a smile, but the judgment eyes too at the same time. Here.
I love her.
My wife just made fun of me because I stutter sometimes and mix up my words.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't come to work tomorrow, Brian, you know why? My wife did it.
She's ridiculed him to the point he can't show his face.
That's okay. It's okay. You had a good run, man.
I love this right here. Like, he looks at the picture and it's like he knows it so well. That face, that it caught his eye, that he thought to draw the Joker smile on it. Yeah, Arthur, Batman. I almost feel like this would be like this would almost be
that's
a more interesting intro for the Joker in the animated series than when he shows up.
Right.
Because when he first shows up, I mean, the order is Christmas with the Joker. But this has such more of a, scary intro for him.
Yeah, and somewhat of an origin. Not per se an origin, but the fact that, he had an involvement.
Well, right here.
In Bruce's life and other people's lives.
And it mirrors his 89, Batman 89 movie intro. He comes in, trench coat.
I was going to say that, but I was letting Tyler speak his piece and say he looks just like Jack Nicholson from his intro in Batman 89.
Well, did you just realize that he just admitted? Do you remember me and Artie and the whole gang, his identity? Like, other people know his true identity. It's not really a mystery. Like, they know that the Joker is this thug guy. I just kind of find that interesting, because usually
good point.
his origins kind of hidden.
But we never see any of these characters ever again, so, it don't matter.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting.
Because he kills them all.
Jania, you had something you were going to say.
No, I was just going to say, if this was the first, introduction to the Joker that we got, before the animated series, I don't know, so part of the appeal of the Joker is not to know exactly what his origin story is, especially in the beginning. I don't know, he's almost freakier in that sense. So if I would have had this first, he probably wouldn't have resonated with me as a character as much as he does now. So.
See,
I'm with Junie on that one.
It's so interesting because in order of which the episodes aired, the first Joker we get is Joker's Favor. But on the DVDs, the first one we get is Christmas with the Joker.
Wasn't that the production?
I think so. I think that's what it is. Was the production order?
Mm-hmm. The production order.
Oh, there he is, laughing.
I feel like that doctor should know that the poor councilman doesn't have any control over the situation. There's no reasoning with the guy. Come on.
Yeah. Councilman, please. Bro, I got Joker gassed.
He's a freaking doctor. He should know these things.
I love this, like, where he's like, it's the Batman. And he's like laughing and just like trying to hold it together. Guess who just lost his career?
Oh no!
And you know what else is kind of sadistic? If you think about it here, Batman? He has anti-Joker venom and Joker gas. He could inject the guy with it right now. And he doesn't. Wow.
Maybe because Joker...
Well, he knows. Yeah, it looks like the production order was Christmas with the Joker was the second episode produced. He knows that, the Joker toxin is deadly without treatment. So him being in the hospital kind of, increases his chance, or decreases the risk that he's going to die.
And there goes Mr. Reeve. Councilman Reeve.
Never to be seen again.
If you gotta go with a smile. There he is. Batman snooping. Closet.
So is this Batman going on a panty raid here, or?
Yes.
I love the Joker here.
And Batman answers the people's phone. Ta-da! That's like Batman answers other people's phones.
Disconnected. That's funny. He figured it out, though. I mean, he knew who it was. He's the one who killed her father.
I like that shot of her standing there, and if you pay attention, you can see the outfit, and then as it cuts up to her neck, you can see she's wearing a black shirt, and then it cuts back to her dropping the groceries. Takes her apple. Tear. Aw, good old Hazel. Cutting the bologna.
I think that they would work out.
Probably the healthiest relationship he's ever had.
Well, she's always smiling. You have failed this city.
So you figured it out.
Got him with the good old poo gas.
The acid. Oh, man. Good girl. Oh, Hazel's on the rampage.
Of course, he'd wire the robot to kill.
I like how you
Made you look.
with the egg beaters.
The knives and cleavers on the table. He gets the baloney.
Is it like even if that was a sensor thing, that's a very Joker thing to do.
Right.
Giant turbine. Looks like she's about to do some pod racing. Who's paying the electric bill for this thing? Because obviously it's been shut down for a while.
Yeah, Joker tapped into the grid.
That makes sense. I mean, this is such a... Like, this is probably everybody's favorite Joker. The animated series.
I don't know. That Jared Leto did pretty good.
I like how we have the Bat Cycle for no reason other than they just wanted to get it in here so that we can have all Batman's vehicles. But it's better.
Right.
I had that toy. I had that Bat Cycle. You couldn't get him off the Bat Cycle. He was totally connected to it. But I had it.
I hated that. And there goes the Bat Cycle.
Ah, shucks.
Yep. Yep. What if he was just like, whoa, 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 no names, babe. He's like, no name.
Boom. What about you, Bruce? What will vengeance solve?
But
Boom.
And you can't say that he isn't seeking vengeance. I mean, he even says, I am vengeance. I am the night. You know?
I'm Batman!
That goes back to, like, what is justice? What is revenge? He's like, man.
Well, he tries to prevent as much as he can, but you know, he still has to make people pay for the crimes that they commit.
Yeah. I love this for Warner Brothers lot. But just Batman and Joker like fighting in a miniature city.
I love that. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
I'm surprised there isn't like a little Coke factory there or AT&T, whatever.
Too soon. Too soon.
Yeah, we're 26 years before the merger.
Oh no, this DVD re-release, whatever. Nah, just put it in post-production,
Damn. I'm surprised there wasn't like just for fun, like Ace Chemicals or something. Boom.
Ooh.
Outside his tooth.
Ooh. It would have been really funny if the Joker had like a little toy Godzilla with him, and he was like, "Ah." Never mind.
That's Toyman style stuff right there. Calling in the little planes. Ow. I do like that they make sure that we know that Batman is just wearing tights in this. Like, he's not wearing armor. If I have to say there's one down thing to Batman the Animated Series, it's that Batman wore tights and not armor.
Yeah, that's kind of
armor, man.
that's kind of one of the cool things about the Batman Under the Red Hood. It looks like it looks like he's got like tights on, that kind of stuff, but underneath it there's that layer of armor and stuff like that.
I mean, it would be idiotic to do this without armor. Even police have some sort of armor.
Body armor, yeah.
Because I'm Batman.
He's got to go home and wash his tights now. Alfred has a long night of sewing and.
So I wonder if Alfred knows that lemon juice and seltzer water gets out blood out of his tights.
I know Hazel knows.
Yeah.
Is that the suit of Mr. Freeze right there? Or?
Looks like it. And there's a old style jetpack.
That's Firefly's jetpack right there.
Running up the ship. Would have been just kind of neat if like the ship that they used was just like a replica of Superman ship, just because as a wink.
Yeah, with it being like the world of tomorrow or whatever, I was really looking for a Superman reference to see if I missed one.
I'm Batman. I never give up. I never surrender. When we get done with this whole retrospective on Batman films and Joker, I have a very deep question to ask both of you.
All right.
Is this something we got to think about, or is this something that is going to be on a fly?
I think it's something you should think about, so I'm going to pose the question now. I don't want any answers. I want to
pose it off mic later.
No, I'll just throw it out right here for our listeners too. Since this is all about Batman and the Joker, should Batman kill the Joker?
Mm.
And that's what we're going to think about as we navigate. We're technically 3 films in to our theatrical Jokers.
Well, yeah, I've been reading my Batman and philosophy book these past few days, and like that's like the first question they put on the back of the book. So,
yeah,
very, very good question, obviously.
Everything's burning, and the Joker's just laughing. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Boom.
And this is so ominous. Like, she disappears with, like, she makes Batman's disappearing act look childish.
Yeah, she does.
And she disappears with the Joker. We have no idea where. And then she reappears later. Or would this be like the best way to like cap off Batman the Animated Series before you transition into Gotham? Well, I can never remember what they officially called it, but
the New Adventures of Batman and Robin.
Well, wasn't it just the New Batman Adventures or something? because the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, it was the same series. It was just they made it different coming on. But what was it when they changed the animation?
I'm checking it out. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new Batman Adventures.
Okay. Because, I mean, so Jania, I just posed another thought. One question that you need to meditate on, no answer right now.
Okay.
Should Batman kill the Joker? Just think about that. We'll discuss it upon our last viewing. The other thing is, would this be the best way to end Batman the Animated Series before it transitions into where they change the animation style? Because it does end with such a ominous of what happened to the Joker moment.
Okay.
Because we see Andrea here that she survived, later only to be used by Amanda Waller. But there it looks like Jughead.
Well, if we know, I mean, we know that Tim kills the Joker.
Yeah.
So
it just kind of one of those where the next time we see the Joker, he pops up in that, and you're like, okay, I'll go with it, because it'd be kind of weird to watch this, then all of a sudden he shows up in Christmas with the Joker, or the Joker's favor or something, and you're like, oh, how'd he get away? Here we go. He's on the rooftop. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the episode in World's Finest where Batman's got Harley and she's like, puddin', and he's like, he probably is. But, he's not gone. Like, he always seems to die, but he never does.
There's a grapple. There it is.
It's because there's 3 Jokers, James.
Right?
And there we have it. Oh, there we go. Benjamin Meltner and Michael Uslan. Greatest producer. All right. We just concluded Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Great little just Bat film, to watch, to really get into it. It is sad that this... And, okay, the saxophone music on the credits kills me after the ominous chanting.
You hate saxophone.
I do hate saxophone. But, I mean, seriously, like, this is what you give me for Batman? After ending it with, like, some sweet chanting?
Right.
Did they just run out of money and just threw a song on here? Alright, I was going to let the credits play, but no. Alright, well, Jania, final thoughts on Batman Mask of the Phantasm?
It's a really great classic Batman film, that just gives you a really good idea of what Batman's all about. I don't know. It's like the story that you always want to hear about.
It's a very Bruce Wayne human story for Batman.
Yeah. Definitely more about Bruce.
James, your final thought on the film?
I mean, this movie goes back so far. I can always watch it. Never gets old.
Start it again? All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Round 2. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's still one of the best Batman movies. I mean, out of all the Batman movies, two of the best ones are animated. I mean, Batman Mask of the Phantasm and Under the Red Hood. I mean, each one can give you like a serious gut punch.
Oh, the final shot of Red Hood makes me tear up every time.
Every single time.
Solomon would be so proud of you, James, right now. He'd be so happy that you said that.
Oh, I love that movie.
He's just tired. Oh, I do too.
I can't wait to do that one.
Man, maybe.
I'd just throw it in here just because the Joker's on it. I know it's not theatrical, but
That's the thing. Is like, I was like, when we were thinking about this, I was like, there's so many stuff with the Joker, and we just don't have time. I was like, well, if we keep it to theatrical, we can do Mask of the Phantasm to get Mark Hamill in there, whose Joker is just in its own category.
right.
But I was like, because I would love to do the Killing Joke.
I would say Fathom put out the Killing Joke.
Minus the Batgirl crap at the beginning. That I don't know.
Yeah.
That was one of those
amen
ideas,
to that.
That was one of those ideas of, hey, let's do a Batgirl like prologue, so that when he kills, when he paralyzes her, you have more emotion. Sounds good on paper. Sucked in the movie. Shortly after Janine and I watched it the one time, I've never watched the Batgirl prologue again, and will never watch the Batgirl prologue again.
He bangs Batgirl. No.
Bruce Timm has it hard for Batman and Batgirl getting together.
I was going to say, wasn't it alluded to that they got together in, was it Batman Adventures or something that was tied to the animated series?
Yes, and then it's hit on again in Batman Beyond, which is in continuity.
So the only thing is, people are like, he's like a father figure to her. No, he's not a father figure. He's only a mentor. She has a father.
I was gonna say, even if he's a father figure, he still ain't her dad. So
yeah, but he's not a father figure. She's pretty much grown by the time she actually becomes Batgirl, and she has a father she's had her entire life who's still alive. She doesn't have the dead parent issue. So I mean, in the one continuity sake, if that were to happen, I mean, it's not blasphemous, but it's definitely not it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's also not like one of the things I'd go for.
Yeah, I would never see Batman do that because Batman's a very disciplined person. He doesn't respawn on the whim. And anytime he's engaged with any kind of woman, like especially a Catwoman, it's always been like serious in the relationship later on. So, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But
yeah.
Final thoughts, Bryan, Master of Phantasm.
Well, the reason I love this movie so much is because you see such humanity in Bruce. I think a lot of times in our life, we want to be a hero, and we want to be able to have, justice, and we want to be able to make changes, in the world. And Bruce has the means to do that. But sometimes I think we often, trying to see where I'm getting at here. I think sometimes deep down we want to be a hero, but we also want that normal life. And to see Bruce here, like, he made this promise to his parents that I will avenge you. I will make sure that no one feels what I feel. But he just wants to be happy too. And like, I always like hero stories where, where you it makes you think, like, what if this hero never became a hero? And that's what makes this story kind of so good to me, because you get into the humanity of, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Maybe someone else needs to do it. And I love that humanity of this movie. What could have been? What if they got married? What if? And it also gets into that question that's asked a lot in Batman comics, like, do these villains and craziness in Gotham exist because Batman exists? Like, What if Bruce got married? What if he had this happy life? Would there never been a Riddler or Penguin, Mr. Freeze? You know?
That's what's interesting is in Batman Begins, they took it as there was Batman and then the supervillain. But it doesn't always work because kind of Scarecrow started right around the same time that Batman appeared. The only supervillain we get that appears is the Joker. But then in Gotham, the TV series, it's the other way around. Batman becomes a response to the city, which I kind of like him better, but it's, I don't know. I don't like when the heroes are at fault.
I agree with you. I think the hero needs to exist because the evil exists. The hero should not be the cause of the evil. Yeah. So it's a wonderful little film. You know, it is like the shortest Batman film. It's only 76 minutes, if that. And it's a good introduction for people to try to understand Batman and kind of where he goes. And I love it. The end.